Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Series Stories. Today we are continuing Amaka's story from tenant to landlord. Let's discuss property ownership today. You can reach out on the number showing on the screen. Thank you. 6 months after leaving Mrs. Balogun's compound, Amaka still felt the sting of disappointment. She had lost customers, confidence, and what she believed was her dream bakery. The hardest part was not losing the business. It was realizing that she had helped build value on property she did not own and had no legal claim to. Unfortunately, Mrs. Balogun had also mismanaged the bakery since she had no real expertise or experience in running a bakery. She had hired staff that plundered the business and milked her dry. One Saturday morning, while arranging pastries on a small folding table outside a local market, Amaka heard a familiar voice. Your meat pies are getting better every week. Amaka looked up and smiled weakly. It was Mrs. Adebisi, the neighbor from across Mrs. Balogun's compound. She had watched the entire drama unfold from beginning to end. Thank you, ma, Amaka replied. The older woman bought a dozen meat pies and sat beside her. You know, she said, I was not surprised by what happened. Amaka laughed bitterly. Everyone keeps saying that because many people confuse friendliness with structure. They think trust replaces documentation. Amaka nodded. Mrs. Adebisi continued, however, I did not come here to remind you of your mistake. I came to tell you about an entrepreneurs community that meets every month. A business community. Yes, business owners, investors, professionals, property developers, accountants, lawyers, people who have made mistakes and learned from them. Amaka almost declined. She was tired. But a voice within told her to go. The meeting changed everything. For the first time, she sat in a room where business owners spoke openly about failures. One man lost a logistic company because he never registered it. A woman lost a fashion outlet because her lease agreement gave the landlord the right to terminate at short notice. Another entrepreneur spent years building a restaurant brand only to be forced out when the property owner tripled the rent. The story sounded painfully familiar. Then one speaker said something that Amaka wrote in bold letters in her notebook. If your business depends on a location, your long-term goal should be to control that location through ownership or a secure long-term lease. The word stayed with her. One over the next 3 years, Amaka rebuilt slowly and carefully. She joined the business community, attended workshops, learned bookkeeping. She registered her company and opened a dedicated business account. Every agreement went into writing. Every partnership had clear terms. Every supplier signed contracts. Most importantly, she created a special savings account called Bakery Property Fund. While others upgraded cars and bought luxury items, Amaka saved a percentage with every cake sold, every catering contract completed, and every holiday order fulfilled. 5 years later, an opportunity appeared. A small commercial building was being sold on the outskirts of town. The structure needed repairs, the paint was fading, and the ovens would need installation. While most people saw an old building, Amaka saw freedom. With savings, a cooperative loan, and support from members of her business community, she purchased it. The day the title documents arrived, she sat quietly in her office and she cried as she remembered the day she wheeled her suitcase out of Mrs. Balogun's compound, the day she thought she had lost everything. A few weeks later, the grand opening took place. The sign outside read, Amaka's Artisan Bakery and Cafe, owned and operated by Amaka Foods. Beneath it was a smaller inscription, built on lessons, protected by agreements. Mrs. Adebisi attended the opening ceremony. As guests toured the facility, she smiled and whispered, I knew you would recover. Amaka laughed. You knew? Mrs. Adebisi nodded. I knew because failure teaches some people to quit, while it teaches others to build properly. You did not and still do not strike me as a quitter. As the ribbon was cut, Amaka addressed the crowd. There's nothing wrong with renting when you're starting a business, as many successful businesses began in rented spaces. However, if your business relies heavily on a physical location, do not make temporary arrangements your permanent strategy. Work towards controlling the premises your business depends on. The crowd applauded, and somewhere in the back of the room, a young entrepreneur, Omolara, wrote those words down. So let's learn business lessons from Amaka's story. Number one, build on assets you can control. The more your business depends on a location, the more important it becomes to secure control of that location. Number two, business communities accelerate growth. Learning from the experiences of other entrepreneurs can save years of costly mistakes. Number three, think beyond daily operations. Many business owners focus on revenue and forget asset ownership. Long term wealth is often built through business income and ownership of business assets. Number four, property ownership creates stability. Owning the premises where your business operates can protect you from rent increases, forced relocation, and disruptions to your customer base. Number five, every setback contains a lesson. The experience with Mrs. Balogun was painful, but it pushed Amaka to build a stronger, more sustainable business. Thank you for joining us in today's real estate stories, and we look forward to having you at our next session. Thank you.